Hello there, welcome back to some more Disco Elysium. In the last episode we spoke to Everard Clare and he said, "Bitch, I don't care what you do. You're done. But for now, I've got to go and do a couple of things. Can't do this yet. At least I can't get onto the island, and I don't know how to get into this building where I think the roof is where this access is going to be on the boardwalk. Offered Dolores Day a figurine, I have no idea how. And got to go to the fish market at 10 o'clock at night. But for now, what I'm going to do is speak to Joyce. Say, isn't that grand? Also, I've still got 2 skill points to use if I want to try and relearn conceptualization. For that skill check I couldn't do. It's always worth trying. Still only halfway through day 12. We've got 9 hours or 8 hours to kill in terms of me doing things. Because I sent Kim off to do other things, and now he's gone. I'd rather he be back for a lot of this stuff. Although, if I can get stuff done without him, then I will. I'm not necessarily dependent on him. I am he is very useful though. I will say that. Very grateful for him being around. Alright. So last time I unlocked this wall again, I think because I put a point into conceptualization.
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
But it's nighttime is even better for that. Alright, Cindy, how you doing?
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
That's just me. What are you doing to the wall?
Can't you tell? I haven't really started it yet. I'm waiting for the right words.
I have an opinion on this one, hear it?
Yeah?
I like public art.
Thanks.
She means the opposite. You've lessened her desire to deface the building.
Good. The old reverse psychology. Joyce?
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
So I've been dealing with Everard again. She nods as well, contain curiosity.
She's not even asking you anything. It's so easy to just say.
He asked me to deliver an envelope.
Sounds like he has you running errands, Detective. A well-established dominance ritual. Where did he have you deliver it?
To a nameless settlement down the coast nearby.
Ah, yes. I've been meaning to go there.
She looks over the bay.
With longing. Clear and simple longing. Strange. Why does she want to go there?
He wants to build a youth centre here for the children of Martinez.
A youth centre with Edgar Clare's statue on top of it.
I always swim across the water remorsefully.
Go ahead. Help him. Make it so. I have no power to stop him.
You're quite fond of this village, aren't you?
I should be. In my youth, I had a brief dalliance here in Martinez. He was an older man with impossibly broad shoulders. He's probably dead by now. Even his shack is long gone. Not that it matters. These buildings are all carbon copies of one another.
You've been to Martinez before?
Yes, I was slumming it with some girlfriends of mine. We had boats and... Don't hold it against me. My paramour certainly did not.
Sounds like you missed those times.
Not overly so. It's not like this was the only place we visited. Me and my girlfriends from Azon with our shiny boats. Like reavers. We told ourselves we were the worst thing to happen to the coast since the Coalition landed in '08. Imagine.
She tosses her head.
Oh no, she's sentimental, all right.
If you say so.
I'm over-radiated, Harry. I do silly things sometimes, out of pale-related illness. Like take this job. The moral of the story is...
Few lists.
So it was a factor in her coming to Martinez in the first place. Interesting.
do not spend 22 days a year in Pale Transit. Don't waste your 20s slumming it with your stupid friends. And don't deliver Everard Clare's mail.
Her bony fingers point like an arrow at your chest.
Are you satisfied, Detective? What else can you tell me about your mail delivery quest for Everard? Do you think it will improve the place?
You just said you can't buy the place.
Yes. I'm sad I'll never have the time, Detective. I've always wanted a dilapidating fishing village.
She is more defensive about it than usual.
Full of ghosts and ancient memories. Has this errand yielded you any information?
I'd rather talk about something else for now, if you don't mind.
Of course, Detective. You can always drop by later, should something come up. Now, what
Talk
else
about the
can I do for
lynching.
you? Of course. Anything to help.
How much time do we have?
Until the executions start? Truthfully, I don't know. It depends on their progress identifying the members of the lynch mob and their impatience.
What, you mean you don't know what's going on?
Not on this matter. I'm afraid they consider this a personal initiative.
There's a brief silence. Seagulls squawk over the bay.
It's a matter of days, not weeks.
That's enough for
I
now.
am sorry to have been the bearer of bad news. If there is anything else I can help you with, please ask.
Thank you, that's all for now. I wanted to talk to you about it, but I guess the game doesn't want me to talk to you about it, so that's fine. Then I won't. Right, so I've got conceptualization checks to do. Of the checks that I'm actually interested in doing. Let's have a look. Conceptualization I've got to do. Can't talk to Rene. He's gone. These ones I can't really do either. Got drama and volition. So on conceptualization again, because that's one I really want to do. And then drama. But I can up my drama some. So let's get conceptualization again. So I've got conceptualization of 9. Which improves my chances of doing this to something like 50%. Depends how high this check is, but it's like 50%.
Just an ordinary war.
Yeah. So at night time it'll be 70-odd%. But I can go back to sooner now and try and conceptualize the thing again, which will be about 80%. If you think about it this way, if the check is 20 and you put 1 point into it, you'll get 5% more chance of doing it. That just makes sense, right? If you have a 10 skill check and you put a point into it, you have 10% more chance of doing it. So all in all, at the very high end of the checks, it isn't that much more likely that you're going to succeed, just because you put a point into it. What really helps you succeed is all the bonuses you get from doing the thing. I'd also like to increase my passive perception, but I'll do that later. Because passive perception helps you do all sorts of things. And you get bonuses for that too. Right. Come on then, Suna, don't fuck me about. I want to make this radio tower. Because I want to become the ultimate centrist. Where we make the board of people who get to decide what the morals are. Which in real life is something I'd never even try and do. Because how insane it is.
Yes, what is it?
Let's try again. Here we go.
Close your
Yes.
eyes. Unfold your mental map of Martinez. It's morning. You're standing on the plaza before the whirling in rags.
Turn to face the bay.
Your eye follows the tiles west. You see a bench and a few twisted, pitiful trees. then just water.
Time to face the apartments.
Beyond the unkempt backyard rises a monstrous assemblage of concrete, plaster, and corrugated sheet metal.
Time to face the roundabout.
You turn around. The morning sun is blinding. You bring your hand to your brow, and a great shadow materializes before you. A towering beast, frozen in mid-air.
Statue of Philippe III.
Come on, that's
She was about to dismiss your latest idea of hand, but something gives her pause.
not the worst idea.
It may work, you think, but why do you feel like there may be a terrible cost?
We'll need an adequate power supply and a great quantity of cable. If we connect the cables to some of the stranded lorries, we could theoretically increase the antenna's wavelength exponentially.
Whatever ambivalence she had about your project before, she's now fully engaged in solving this technical puzzle.
Let her think.
It's completely ridiculous, but I believe we could transform the entire roundabout into one solid fractal antenna.
A note of awe in her voice. She's shocked and pleased by her own audacity.
That's a very big antenna.
Yes, very likely the largest private antenna in Revachol. I have plenty of cables and amplifiers on hand. The power supply I will secure on my own. All we require now is the radio transceiver itself.
Where am I supposed to find a radio transceiver?
I cannot answer that for you, but I don't expect it to be that difficult. There's no shortage of radios around here. If you have real to spare, you might even be able to buy one. But it doesn't really matter where it comes from, so long as it works.
I think I saw a radio in that office near the harbour.
That sounds like a perfectly adequate radio.
Do radio computers have transceivers in them?
Certainly, though it requires a fair amount of technical finesse to remove them. Frankly, it's not worth the bother. Just find a regular radio.
Alright, I guess I need to find one of these transceivers then.
In the meantime, I will gather the rest of the materials. We will meet back here when you have it.
Okay. Find a working transceiver and return to the church. Right, so I found a radio. She said they won't be too hard to find. There's radios all over the place. If I have enough money, I could simply buy one. Office near the harbour. I thought she meant this one, but she might have meant harbours in up here. That might be where she meant. But I'll have a look around here just in case there's one. I don't know why there would be, but that hasn't stopped me before. Right, so I passed that check. Now then. Volition. Volition is for 2 checks, so let's increase our volition by 1. Because it lets me do the doorbell again, and it lets me talk to Classia again. Which I have to do at night time anyway. After... Oh, and Kim's not around to stop me. I mean, I could do that now. Alright. So I consider this like a small harbour, right? Allez-vous. But I don't know. I don't think there's anything left in here at all, like it's just empty. This is where I wish it's not the game's fault. Obviously, it's me for not remembering, but I wish the game would, if I'd seen something as the character and specifically made a note of it. It's like maybe you'd have to take detective notes or something. If you take a detective note of something and then it comes back up again, you could look at exactly where you took it and it would tell you where it was. So you'd be like, down there, I see. And it would become more clear then. But as it stands, he said about an office on the coast, so I've clearly been in where he thinks it is. But not to the point where I know exactly what he's talking about. Let me see if my old pal has a radio that I can purchase. Alright, mate.
Hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
I'm looking for a radio transceiver. You got anything?
A transceiver, is it? Yeah, we should have something to do the trick.
He produces a machine encased in a blue Bakelite shell. Its black face covered in an assortment of pearl-topped knobs and dials.
A Crystal Sprack Model 9 Gottwaldian engineering at its finest. This is a specialist model, ideal for picking up foreign signals. The Model 9 also comes equipped with a signal purifier to suppress crosstalk, especially good around here with our funky reception.
Sounds perfect. Sounds expensive.
Well, it's not that Il Moran surplus junk, that's for sure. We think 120 real is more than reasonable.
Highly expensive transceiver. I'm going to shop around a bit. I might be
You'll
back
be
later.
back again. I've got a feeling.
Suit yourself. Can't promise this you'll be here when you come back, though. Okay. Oh, hang on. You get the
Hello.
Dakwa.
Let me know if I can help you with anything.
Do you have any recordings of the Col de Mamadakwa?
The Coldima Madakwa? Sorry, I would never have guessed that you were that interested in ultrasonic sounds. Or birds, for that matter.
Yeah, Poppy's just like a normal people, because I'm a normal person.
Oh, I didn't mean to imply otherwise. Well, it's been a while since I've gone hunting for the Coldima Madakwa myself. Once knew a group of young musicians who decided they didn't want to play music anymore, and started looking for all kinds of interesting sounds instead. This was before, you know, lost touch with them after all of that.
That sounds so cool.
Cool or not, one of them was obsessed with recording the Coldima Madakwa. And he was one of those passionate people who know a lot about all kinds of strange things. So he got the rest of us to join in his search.
Yes, and did you ever find it?
We thought we did. We got together all these recordings of unusual sound patterns, compared them, cut them up and combined them into the Symphonia Coldima Madakwa.
Can I listen to it?
Unfortunately, I don't have any recordings from my old life. None at all. But I do have a tape with some ultrasonic sounds that might be what you're looking for.
It's been that bird song.
This recording comes from down the coast. Wasn't looking to record anything specific. Just left a recording device there one morning. Keep in mind, I have to slow this one down enough to make sounds well over 200 kilohertz audible to the human ear. It will be strange.
He switches on the tape player, the speakers begin to emit a low hum.
As the hum grows louder, modulating but always unnaturally uncomfortably low, like it's coming not from the speakers, but also from inside your chest. Breathing is becoming difficult. That's an illusion. Your breathing is just as it was and will remain that way unless you start panicking. There's a growing sense of dread. The sound is coming from inside you, but also surrounding you. It feels as though someone is standing just outside of your range of vision and watching you, doing this to you.
I see.
He nods to you, reassuringly. just as more diverse, higher-pitched sounds, some random, some appearing to form patterns, hit your eardrums. Seabirds most likely, gulls and such.
Seagulls.
And skewers. But
He raises a pointer finger and inclines his head toward the speaker's new high-pitched shivering sound.
A low range of sounds is easier to handle with a focal point, but still troubling. You are mesmerized by the sounds, but also feel nausea welling up as the motif continues, then begins to recede, dissolving in what must be the sound of water lapping at the bank.
you know, now that I've listened to it on these new speakers, it's not the cold Imamadakwa. Wrong patterns, wrong photons. Probably some insect trying to sing higher than its predators can hear. Still, fascinating, aren't they? Early morning sounds.
Yeah, I have other business to take care of now, but yes, it was interesting and fascinating. Thank you. You indulged me, and I appreciate it. A foolish old man. Right, let's try volition. I need all the volition up you're going to give me. I think volition is one of those things I can't really improve, if I remember correctly. I've already got one thing that's increasing it. I've got some empathy stuff now. Yeah, the only thing I've got is the volition of the necklace. Which is one of those rare things that just gives me bonuses, which is cool. Alright. Hello, sir.
An old call, East Delta Commerce Center.
Alright.
This must
Here
be
we go.
the name. Whatever she says,
Yes.
it can't hurt you. You're a different person now. Stronger, healthier, and...
And?
Alright, maybe not healthier, but it's a bonus that you've drunk so hard you can't remember any of your past relationships. Oblivion's the ace in your corner.
Call her again. Press the doorbell to Slipstream SCA.
There's a light buzz as you press the doorbell, waiting for her to answer the call. It's cold outside, and you can hear the wind blowing into the speaker. A strange metallic taste fills your mouth as you stare at the intercom.
Yes, hello. This is Tricentennial Electric. Have you come to place an order?
Hi, it's me again. I wanted to talk to you.
My God.
Here come the bad vibes again. Relax. Distance yourself from it.
Please don't hang up. I just want to explain myself.
It's you.
Before you can finish the sentence, the voice continues speaking.
My God. I didn't think I would hear your voice again.
Wait, is she...
Wait, are you repeating your words?
Michelle, just please.
Even her breathing, the way her voice drops when she finishes the sentence sounds exactly the same.
Why did you even call? I don't understand. You've been gone for months. I thought you didn't care.
Is this some kind of joke?
It doesn't matter what I say, you're just going to continue, right?
The voice from the intercom doesn't answer, but you can hear her breathing. Wind blows into your microphone again, crackling and echoing in the box. Your hands are getting cold and your breathing becomes visible, forming small silvery puffs in the air.
Is it over? Can we talk now?
Ever since I came to work here, it's been different. As if my mind's been wiped clean.
Say nothing.
It's so nice. It's so nice to be able to finally forget about you.
And then it hits you.
You're recording.
She tries again not to cry, and still doesn't succeed completely. Her quiet sobs sound old and distant, as if her voice is being played off a wax cylinder. Real or not, your mirror neurons react. It feels painful to be listening to this.
Just a recording, and here I thought,
Her sound melts into the static from a long-distance phone call. From time to time, you can hear people talking in the distance, but can't make out any words. This is where you hung up the call the last time. but the recording is still going.
Keep listening.
The phone rings in the office with an old-fashioned chime, and someone walks by in a pair of heels. The static is like a warm blanket wrapped around the sounds.
Is anyone there?
No one replies, but the static grows stronger like rainfall. Then a female voice speaks out, completely different from the one before. Glorious and total somehow, crawling inside your head. Her words are too cold to comprehend. She smells of sodium lights and rain streaks on car windows. Eyes like pilot lights watch your shape in dark hallways, guttering.
What is happening to me?
The strange and alien thought pattern ends. You're left staring at the electronic doorbell.
I mean, it made sense with the way she was talking that it would be a recording. It was just odd. I wanted to know. Because there's like allusions to the fact that ghosts and shit might be real. With the pail and the curse and all that. You never know, so I thought, well, why not ask? Hello, mate.
Yes? What is it?
Did the police right? Cool, so am I.
I don't know what to say.
Don't say anything, Judith.
What are you, the police, doing here?
I'm just looking out for...
No one. I'm just a man with sunglasses. And you are?
Say nothing.
I just want to do my job. That's all.
It's like... They're like, investigating me, I guess. Maybe they're making sure I can still do my job. It's probably what it is. I have no intention of letting anyone down, I'm just doing my best. I can't say that I'll solve every case, I can't say that I will even solve this case, but I will try my best and not leave it go unsolved. For physical instrument, I don't think I can even get it any higher, apart from with buffs. So... yeah, unless I increase my physique outright, which I can't really do. Hello.
Officer, it's a fine day for questions.
That's the drama. I need to talk to you. Okay. Now that Kim isn't here, let's talk about Sunday night.
Ah, yes. The night before I saw you in the hallway and reminded you you're a police officer.
The date of your re-entry into the fossil record.
Yes, before I emerged like Paleolithic megafauna.
Wow. That's some creation myth stuff right there.
It's one of the first things I remember doing in Elysium.
Wow. Elysium. You don't hear that term often.
She's a glib girl, but she liked the wording.
Did you hear something Sunday night from my room?
There was the usual ruckus. Loud disco music.
Did I have any visitors?
I can't say. Probably not. Sounded like you were flying solo.
You mentioned loud disco music.
Oh, yes. Various artists. Ostentatious orchestrations prime among them.
She arches her eyebrow, waiting for it to connect with you.
Oh, that? Yeah. Whoa. The less said about OO, the better.
Oh, were huge where I come from. I was very young then, of course. Like 7. Life gets hard, but we go on.
She says, half singing.
Then, doesn't life get hard because we go on?
It mostly just gets hard, doesn't it?
It would appear so. At around 2 o'clock, the disco stopped, and there was a change of pace.
What happened?
A slow, sad song started playing. Like organ music on repeat. That went on for quite a while. Some of that time you were yelling along to it.
Was I singing this? Show the empty case of the smallest church in Saint-Saëns.
Yes, there was a church in there. A really small church. Like the smallest, saddest church in the whole world. It was about that. And also...
What else?
That it doesn't matter anymore, and that we're alone now.
It was difficult to tell. The song itself was very quiet and soft, but you sounded like a wounded boar, sir. It was hard to understand what you were singing on top of it.
I'm sorry.
Don't be. I was going out later anyway. It didn't bother me.
Then what happened?
Then you started screaming and trashed the place.
That's so me. What did I do?
A window was smashed. The tape player, probably. The song stopped. And furniture, too. A real destructathon. There was screaming. Then I think you passed out.
Was there anything else?
There was. I think you screamed that you didn't want to be this type of animal anymore. I may have misheard, but it was sort of memorable. I went out afterwards. Everything was quiet by then. Around 4 or 5. And that was it.
Thank you.
No problem, sir.
Right, let's look her in the eye again. Yeah.
Soft, light brown eyes look back at you, directly into the space behind your eye sockets. You see the smoke rise from between her painted red lips. She's beautiful. I have bad news for you.
What?
You know these guys?
What?
Who? Me?
Logic?
Yes, you. He's talking about you, you boring stiff.
Drama?
You too. Me?
Drama?
What did I do? I'm merely a master thespian. These guys are compromised. She's got them singing along to her tune. The little bleeps and bloops you trust for info. You can't trust them anymore.
I knew something was off.
I'm sorry I didn't catch it sooner. It takes conscious effort on your part.
Which ones exactly are affected?
There's no way of knowing. At the moment, I'm afraid it's best to assume all of them. Bullshit, man. I ain't compromised. Especially that guy. That guy's the most compromised one in here. No fucking way, man. I just want a drag of that sweet menthol Ziggy. Really? Quick. Tell me what's under her jumpsuit. Glory. Truth. Softness. Protect her. She wants you. I take it back. He's got it pretty bad. But this next guy's on another level entirely. She likes you. The crown head is a boring condom. He's jealous. This is human nature.
How did this happen?
How it always does. Through subtlety.
What can I do?
There's nothing you can do about it. You are how you are, and she is how she is. Things will go as they do.
Can't you turn them normal again?
No.
What use is this then?
It's better to know you're being played than to be played without knowing it, is it not?
Does this mean she's been lying to me?
Yes. Mr. Thespian here has been singing paeans to how truthful she is. She is a lady, most fair and just. In his defense, to reduce him to such inadequacy, she probably had to employ half-truths more often than outright lies. That is correct. And omissions too.
Can I trust that guy?
A little. They're all still of limited use, interpreting things to the best of their ability. Maybe they add flair or something. I wouldn't know. I don't add flair. But when it comes to assessments of character and factual accuracy, they are not to be trusted. Not with her.
Can I trust any of them ever again?
Don't be melodramatic. You can trust them. Just not with her.
What's her plan?
You can't draw a sound conclusion. The one who usually does says, she may want to control the information rollout, not to become a suspect. She may have a past she's escaping, unrelated to this case. You doubt it's something truly insidious. See? It's oddly moderate. Probably compromised.
I've been talking to myself long enough. Let's get back to it.
Don't worry. It's only been 4 or 5 seconds. You've got this.
Just close your eyes, let the moment pass.
For a second, her face disappears from your cornea. Only a silvery negative remains. Still smiling. A tired smile.
Manipulating your skill set. In God's name, wake up.
Who? What? Dear God, you've been lied to. She could have killed her lover and lied to everyone. She's not candid at all. She's smoke and mirrors and will-o-wisps. She probably didn't give you her real name either. Why would she? Arrest her immediately before she further entangles you in her web of lies.
That's the opposite problem.
Take it easy. Don't overcompensate with this course correction. Ask questions first. Yes, start at the top. Choose at the bottom. It's how we've always done it. No rush.
Thank you, Rhetoric.
See?
You know, your real name isn't Classia Amanda. You wouldn't give me your real name if you're on the run.
Okay.
Her voice cracks suddenly like there's a garrote around her neck. Okay, what?
Okay, it's not.
Good. You can tell me the truth.
You log your work every week. It's all transmitted to Common, sir. I couldn't just beg you not to enter my name. So I lied. Like I lied before. Like I did at LCSB. I have to lie all the time. I'm so tired of it.
Tell me your real name.
It's Katarzyna Lazie.
The smile on her face is timid, almost painfully so.
It's a Grad name. Jimsk or Yugo-Grad in origin. Not Occidental at all. Smells of motor oil, tiger, economic desolation, and rock music-infused alcoholism. It also makes Classia almost an alacronym for Katarzyna Alazia.
Wait, Classia is an abbreviation of Katarzyna Elysium.
It was a sentimental thing. I wanted to be more me here, this time. So I used my nickname.
A nickname? Who gave you this nickname, Classia?
Who gave it to you?
A teenage boy. 1,000,000 years ago.
Katarzyna Elysium is not a Noronese name, is it? It's not even Mundi, it's Grad.
My parents were Zhimsk immigrants, but I'm nationalized Oranese. All I remember is Oranje. Alasia is my father's name.
I'll keep calling you Classia.
That's cool.
She looks the ashtray then up at you.
She doesn't feel like a Classia. She feels like nothing.
Was the passport bullshit too, the passport you keep hidden? I assume it's not.
No. It's submerged in a plastic buoy on the coast, in the reeds. It just doesn't say Classia Amandu. It says Anouk Mea Smit.
It's fake too.
A fake passport and visa. Given to me by my employer. I can't even use them. My employer probably leaked the name to hurt me.
Why?
I didn't show up to a rendezvous. They don't take that lightly. I didn't show up because I was afraid they'd do something to me. The job was finished. I'm just a liability now.
She fears an arrest right here and now. This has been an awful turn of events for her.
Where's this boy?
West of the boardwalk. In the reeds. On the coast there. I put it there when I first arrived. Haven't been there since. I'm not sure I could even find it now. It's useless.
West of the boardwalk in the reeds. I think when I checked the reeds, there was a buoy in the ocean, so I think it's already gone. So I'm going to say fine, I don't think I can even get it.
Of course.
Enough. She nods, her back straight, ready for whatever is next.
You know, I think you didn't make that call to the station.
I did. What is this? I called your desk or whatever it is. The numbers are all over town. Call 8-100-2 for emergencies. There was an older woman on the other end. It sounded like she was smoking. She took my complaint. She coughed.
That is the emergencies desk number. Anyone could know that, sire, by looking around and calling the desk. I don't believe a single word she says.
Drama, you're overreacting. Let's say nothing.
She stands before you, holding her back very straight.
Let's change the subject for the time being.
She slowly lights another cigarette and steadies her breath, as if in the presence of some tiger. You are. This is not the end of this.
I'll get Kim back here. Let's turn to this later, Classia. The reason I'm going to keep calling her Classia is not because I think I'm being respectful by using her nickname. It's because if she really is being hunted by people, going around using a real name is probably not a good idea. I should probably be more respectful than that. And cautious as a detective to not endanger life for no reason. But yeah, I'll wait for Kim. And then Kim will be able to talk to me about that. Maybe he has some insights that you'd like to talk about. You know, I've been gone for days and they're not even tried to clean this room up. They could have at least attempted it. But that would take too much effort, I suppose. I'm not talking to him about Ruby until Kim's here. 1 copper's a lot less scary than 2 coppers. In terms of, you know, getting shanked or something. Right. What else we got? I can try and conceptualize the wall again. Besides that, there's not a lot of things I can even try right now. Let's go look at a wall. I don't expect to be able to do it. Well, yeah, I should probably wait till night time, at least give myself the best chance rather than just throw away an opportunity for no reason. There's also the check of the light-bending super friend. But I don't see it. To get 100 real, you know. If I tell him about my investment. Right. Let me think about what I want to do. Don't think there's a huge amount I can do right now. I mean, it's only 2 PM, but I've got a lot of work done today. In terms of other stuff already. I just gotta kind of wait for Kim to return. I don't know if he literally won't return all day, or whether he'll return later on. You know, mate.
Fuck does Kuno care?
The boy turns to you. He doesn't care. No more questions about the crime scene?
Yeah. The kingdom of Kuno. The fuck do you want with it?
What's in the greenhouse over there?
Dunno. Kiptas gardener used to work there.
Kipt is a pejorative term used to describe people of South Seminese or Areopagite descent. It used to be a common first name among the Areopagites of Ilmara. Not so much anymore.
The gardener, she's actually not a gardener. Turns out she's a union fixer.
The fuck does this have to do with the Kuno? Kuno doesn't give a shit who she is.
You were expecting relaying this information to him to be more rewarding, right? Telling him you found out she isn't a gardener. You know what you should do if you want to get rewarded? Drugs. Drugs are more rewarding than work.
Probably true.
Or alcohol, if you don't want to do drugs. Alcohol is just as rewarding, but it isn't a drug. This has been going on for quite a while, hasn't it? You've been thinking about drugs and alcohol for a long time now. Juicy drugs. Tasty alcohol. Seems kind of boring now, going back to... What was this about? Some yard? Yards aren't interesting. Only drugs are interesting. Drugs and alcohol. You feel sad now, but what can you do? Life has to go on. With a heavy sigh, you say...
I was wondering about the trash container.
Don't be wondering about Kuno's shit, pig.
Perhaps I might have stashed something more in that container.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. Why the fuck are you telling this shit to Kuno?
You might have other questions
whatever.
later.
Kuno doesn't give a shit.
Let's talk about your shack again.
The fuck do you want with it?
Nah,
Good
don't worry
call,
about it.
Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Kuno about his kingdom. Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Alright, Kuno. We know you're very hard, you're very strong, everyone's so scared. Fucking little shit. Yes. Quite. I have no desire to speak with you further, Kuno. I may never work out what's going on in that little pea-sized brain of yours, but I don't know that I care. Either. You're just being a little turd. And turds must be eradicated. Have I got any other materials to read? I don't think so. I could look at the bullet, but Kim's not here to look at it.
6
Let's look at
crumbling
let's have a
petals
look at the
rest
petals.
on your palm. They're white, a bell-shaped crown. Somewhere in central Jamrock, Lieutenant Kitsuragi steps into the public library. Rows of shelves pass on either side. You feel he should be here for this, for in-depth flower analysis.
Right. That's fine. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, Kim needs to be around for a lot of things. And he isn't. Here I am thinking, oh, I'll just go to bed and skip the day. But I need to go at 10 o'clock at night. I need to go and find out about the gun, right? That's something I can't really avoid. So what I'll do, I think, is I'll see you guys next time, but we won't see you at 2:06 unless I do something specific. I'll see you at the time where I actually have something to do. So I'll see you then. Goodbye.